Hi, welcome to the Water Temple. We're in High Street, Armidale with Dr. Mychelle Whitewood.
Hey Henry, how are you?
I'm very good, really happy to be back at the Water Temple. Well, I've been here several times now. I've had the experience of floating.
And share with us about that.
Yeah, well, I feel that it's such a safe place. It's a really beautiful atmosphere in the room. How many tanks have you got?
We've got 6 tanks. So
6.
We're one of the biggest in Australia, actually. There's a couple of other places. I know that there's one other place that has 6 tanks, but we have dedicated 6 tanks to the place.
Yeah, well, we have a choice of music, firstly. You can have 5 minutes at the beginning and at the end, or last time I was here, I went all the way through, which I liked. And we have a choice of all kinds of transcendental, tribal, meditation music. It's really beautiful. And
I like silence these days.
Do you? Really?
Yep.
No, I like the music. The music turns me on. And there's also a light option as well.
The lights go through a chakra system, but you can have that choice of turning the lights on or leaving them off. So the idea of floating is really about sensory enhancement, and it reduces all the other external stimuli, so you actually are meant to go in there and relax and experience that weightlessness in the 600 kilograms of Epsom salts to 1,000 litres of water. So the body actually experiences zero gravity, and because the water is at body temperature, you almost lose that sensation of your feeling your extremities. But in another sense, it enhances all your senses, so you can feel your heartbeat more, you can feel your breathing as that, because there's no other distractions. And so the brain actually gets to relax much more than even sleeping.
Yeah, well, I tend to find that I can meditate in there really well. It's a beautiful place. I do an Om meditation, which is something that I've developed over the years, and it includes breathing and trying to close off the mind and really look at the breath and try and completely relax. And I think that the pod really helps in that way.
It definitely does, and they've done research on the difference between meditation practice and floating, and there's a significant benefit on floating over meditation, and there's no practice required. You can actually dip into that theta brainwave pattern effortlessly without even having any training. So it's something that's available or easily experienced by anyone. You don't have that sort of need to practice something, and a lot of people in society find meditation really hard to practice, even though it's becoming more an everyday therapy for people who are finding stress or anxiety, and it's fantastic, but not everyone can have that stillness that they need, whereas when you go into a float tank, it's sort of effortless and you don't have to do anything. And because of the soundproofing in the room and your ears are just underwater, you've also got earplugs in, but that also aids in reducing noise.
I wear a cushion, by the way. There are 2 options. There's the cushion and the ring, and what's the other option?
Well, the ones around your head is a halo, but the third option...
Is that supposed to go around your head?
It just sort of sits at the base.
Oh, I was wondering why it didn't work for me when I put it around my neck.
The third option is floating with nothing. And
With nothing.
You sleep like a baby and you sort of have your hands up above your head, and that actually, I find that puts my neck in a good position and my posture in the spinal...
No, I don't want to get any, and one cautionary thing is don't get it in your eyes.
I definitely don't get it in your eyes.
Yeah, that's something you've got to be
really important not to
I
get
know,
it
the
in
first time I came, and also don't swallow it, because it's very, very salty,
Very
extremely salty.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know, is there an age restriction?
No, there's no age restriction. As long as your parents, if you're under 12 and 14, as long as your parents okay it. We've had, I had a pregnant woman that she was about 36 weeks pregnant. She had 2 of her other children in. One was a 9-year-old and the other one was just on 2. And they actually played in that tank, just experiencing what it's like to float, especially for the 2-year-old. They got out, the 9-year-old just had his own time in there. But that sensory deprivation, so to speak, of not having the light on and being able to float like that, they're both, comfortable in the pool or in water, but
Not to mention the baby who's got its own flotation tank.
Wow, the floating for a baby, when a mother goes in and floats, they feel the sensation a lot more, and the mother will often experience the baby kicking more, and the heartbeat, you can feel the heartbeat of the baby, so there's a deeper connection for a pregnant woman when she floats with her baby. And the last woman that we had, she was reported on a second child that the baby sleeps so much better than the first one. I don't know whether that's really got anything to do with floating, because you're a calmer parent the second time round, but she certainly found it that this second child was.
I wanted to ask you something else in regard to your T-shirt. It says "Float Naked."
We don't need to bring anything.
Yeah, that's the question. Do you need to bring anything?
No, all the rooms are fully equipped with shower amenities, shampoos and conditioners. The moisturiser that I've made has also got magnesium in it, because I think we're all pretty much about magnesium and the benefits that it has on the body. Epsom salts is magnesium sulfate, so the other moisturiser that people rub on is a magnesium chloride, so you don't require anything else for the body.
And I heard on the grapevine, I actually read it somewhere, that you'd won an award. We have it right here. What's this award for?
Well, that was given to me last year when I went to give a presentation in China. It was a great surprise, but it was for the team effort here that we got the best international award for service. So there's a lot of float centres in the world, and I think not everyone understands from a medical perspective of the overall benefits of floating, and how to educate all the clients and guests on how to have a good experience in floating. And it's also a level of cleanliness, because when people realise that there's only a filtration system and you're not emptying 1,000 litres of water every time someone...
So it's eco-friendly.
It's eco-friendly, but it's also got to be really clean. So the cleaning process and the filtration process that goes in between each float is of optimum importance.
Yeah, and I always forget to shower before I go in, and then I go, oh, I haven't showered. But you're supposed to shower before you get in.
With shampoo and wash your hair and scrub down, and then you float.
Yep.
And then you come out and shower again and wash all the salt off.
And there's towels provided, and floor mats and everything.
Yeah, everything.
We don't have to bring our own floor mats. No, nothing. It's all here. And I'll tell you what I love.
Drying station too.
And well, I don't need that. But you know what I like best is the tea I get here. I always get beautiful tea.
That's good. Well, I'll tell Tea Treat for that, because we've tried a few different sorts of teas, and I think the general consensus is this one that we all really like.
When I come out and I'm so relaxed and I have the tea, it's like it takes you into another level.
Really?
Literally, yeah, it does. I'm serious. Wow. The tea is really, really good. Highly recommend the tea,
I drink it all day and I never think about that.
Yeah. Well, I wish you all the best with the flotation business.
Thank you. It's good that if more people actually realise the benefits, the overall health benefits of floating.
That's what we're here to do.
That's what we're here to do, is share that on all levels, because it improves your sleep. It's really good for stress or anxiety. It's great for sports recovery because of the muscles, and you're helping with peripheral circulation of blood, so it reduces the lactic buildup. And when you're hydrating the cells, they help with the detoxification, so it's really good for your skin as well.
Great. Well, I always get such a relaxed feeling just coming into this place. And one last thing I have to mention is that you are a Chinese medicine practitioner. That's why I call doctor. And you have your own little clinic here, because I was way back in the day when we first met in the 80s, I think it was. Was it that long ago? Wasn't that long ago. It feels like it was that long ago.
It was in the late 90s, Henry.
No, I don't believe you. It feels like we've known each other.
We're in the 21st century. We've been 19 years in the 21st century.
Yeah, well, it's at least 20 years.
Yeah.
And I used to come to your clinic in Melbourne Road. That's right.
Yeah.
And now you've got your clinic. It's very compact here.
Yep.
But everything, only one room. Yep. And you've got a waiting room. You've got lovely receptionists. And it's always a pleasure. And it's been really great speaking to you.
Thank you. Thanks for coming down again. And we'll go and have another float.
I love your shtick.